Do you smoke in front of my daughter?
I'm gonna quit, I promise.
That's my kid. That is my kid. You understand? What about your mother? Do you smoke?
Okay, so I've been working on myself for a while and I'm getting things together. There's been so many videos that I was supposed to make throughout the years that I didn't make, and then even things that I've just recently wrote up that I still haven't made the video for. And yeah, so I'm gonna start trying to actually make the videos that I was supposed to have been made. Like what I'm talking about right now, I was supposed to make a video about at 14 or something like that. I'm pretty sure 14. So, what was I gonna say? I'm just not really consistent, I guess. And then, a lot of stuff got in the way. Like my old channel that I have linked on here, or at least I have playlists of some of the videos, like the ones about the pagan Roman Catholic Church and what demons are. That channel almost got banned, and then the email got compromised, and I couldn't get back into it. And then the second channel I made a while after that one, that got banned. So yeah, the only thing that's actually lasted was the TikTok, but I mean, of course, videos have got banned off the TikTok too. Anyway, but to get to the point of this video, I already mentioned in another video how the music industry or the music is made to appeal to certain people, and that the artists, for one, are channelers, and they channel spirits to write the songs and even help them perform the songs. Like these people that make these weird sexual songs, males and females, because people always want to talk about the Jezebel spirit and females, which dudes have it too, but for one, it's more than the Jezebel spirit. That's there too, but it's a lot of different spirits. It's kind of marine kingdom, sexual perverse spirits in general that these people are channeling to help them sing and write these crazy songs. Because honestly, I haven't heard anything about this dude in a long time, probably because I stopped listening to music. I don't know. But, I mean, the baby's music, really, from what I remember from the little stuff I did hear years and years ago, that's not really much different than Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B's music. It's all the same weird stuff. It's not any different from the songs that R. Kelly and that other dude that people are talking about now. What's this? P Diddy? I think that's it. That dude that everybody's talking about now as if this stuff is new. I mean, I remember hearing about this stuff in the 2010s, but either way, all the same weird stuff, and they're all channeling spirits that also, what's the word? I can't ever figure out the word for this, but the spirits that they channel, especially in songs like I just mentioned, the weird sexual songs, they kind of either initiate, and when they don't initiate a person into the marine kingdom and sexual perversion and all that, they stir up a spirit that somebody already has, which is usually from trauma and generational trauma, from sexual trauma and other stuff that happens. Because these people are on beta sex kitten programming, as well as other types of trauma-based mind control commonly. And so basically these types of songs appeal to people with certain trauma, like how after the quote-unquote black music got hijacked by the you-know-who's, the Brits and Scottish people that love to run around Africa pretending to be the people, and a lot of them live in the U.S. and stuff. Those people, once the music industry, well, they're kind of always on that. Once hip-hop got hijacked by them. It was specifically used to push this pro-trauma, pro-struggle life, social conditioning and brainwashing on the Hebrews and even other people, because I mean, something that you'll notice is that people with trauma like rap music, and I know people are gonna like flip out about that. I mean, all of it isn't bad, but I mean, most music, especially these days, is just a whole bunch of spells and subliminal messages and all that. But specifically, people with trauma, so like the hood trauma, no dad trauma, Jezebelic mom trauma, Jezebelic Ahab, narcissist dad trauma, all that stuff. And it really just like perpetuated, hopefully I said that right, trauma in quote unquote black communities, and kind of even caused a lot of it, to be honest, because people were taught to look up to these quote unquote stars and commit idolatry and try to be like these people that have a false sense of success, that are really just some traumatized people who are either sold out by their parents or felt so rejected and abandoned by their community that they felt like they had to sell out so that way they could throw up their quote unquote success in people's faces. And so like the people that did things to them that were wrong, so they can like feel jealous and all that. Because I mean, in a lot of these people's songs, they'll talk about people that used to bully them in middle school and what somebody did to them when they were 5 and how nobody liked them because they were broke and all of that stuff. Stuff that they really kind of should have worked on getting over. And I'm not saying that like getting over traumatic things are easy, but I'm just saying like it's kind of like the whole point of their quote unquote career is just to rub something in someone's faces that really isn't even working out for them anyway. And then when they're not sold out by their self or parents, or sometimes even when they are sold out by their parents, they're also born in the bloodlines where they are like born to become industry plants, which there's a lot of stuff with that. So trying to get to like my main point. So yeah, the point of the music industry is the same as the school system. And of course they were both made by those same people running around Africa. And of course they live in like Europe still. But those same people running around Northeast Africa pretending to be the people made the school system and the music industry for the same reasons, for indoctrination. And as you may know, music has like been known to use frequency, mind control, and like I don't even really know how to explain the whole frequency thing, but you could do research on that. Obviously, it's used for casting spells on people. Not only is it music, chants, but there's backmasking in a lot of it. And then when they used to sell records, they would cast spells over the records in the record label offices. All the record label offices had what is it called, synagogues or whatever in them, or temples or whatever, where they would cast spells over the records. And yeah, so I'm messing this up. This music is literally made to hypnotize people pretty much. And songs like this one especially, Affirmative Action, were used to cast spells on generations of people. In fact, this song in this era up until like about the 2010s was a product of something that was called the Queensbridge Project. And I know Jay Marvelous used to mention this sometimes. I haven't watched one of his videos in a while, to be honest, like a long while. But I know he would mention this, and basically, Pastor Stephen Darby mentioned this too. actually, now to think about that. But basically, what it was they had started going into hoods full of traumatized people who are willing to do anything to look better and have a situation that at least seemed better than their previous situation. And so they started going to hoods, looking for people that were willing to sell out. And they went to the neighborhood called Queensbridge and they picked up a whole bunch of people from there. And as you know, a lot of these, who's running around Africa pretending to be the people live in New York. So it actually makes sense why they decided to try to scoop up a whole bunch of traumatized kids in the hood from New York. I actually think a lot of the record labels were in New York too. At least the ones that weren't in like Cali. Maybe most were in Cali, can't really remember. But yeah, so I don't really think I have anything else to say about that. I don't know if that really sounds like the teapot noise or whatever to other people, but that's what it sounded like to me. So I guess I'll title this Dr. Dre's Hypnosis or something. And of course, you can probably tell, at least if you're like really spiritually in tuned, you can feel stuff like that when it comes to music like this. And you could just feel that these instrumentals are for hypnosis. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it.